Service friends, I'm Orpheus Praxis. Welcome to my channel. And if this is your first time here, let me make it clear. This project is not about a mix of random theories or a collection of scattered hypotheses about the cosmos or physics. This is a unified research platform focused on the development and thorough explanation of a single physical and mathematical model of the universe, the Fractal Bindu esque of reality, or FBSWR. This isn't content for the sake of content. What you'll find here is the result of years of formal work, mathematical analysis, and philosophical exploration, all focused on a model that goes beyond patching up the gaps of mainstream physics. FBSVR aims to unite quantum mechanics and general relativity within a self-consistent, testable framework. It describes the universe as a finite, boundaryless, three-dimensional sphere, an ST topology, without singularities, without the need for mysterious dark energy, and without arbitrary fine-tuning to fit observations. In this model, the speed of light, the universe's critical density, even the nature of time and consciousness, are not just given assumptions, but consequences of a deeper harmony, one encoded in the geometry of space itself through the golden ratio. Every process, every quantum of energy and information unfolds within the unity of a closed sphere where everything is intrinsically connected to the whole. FBS Quar doesn't just offer an elegant vision, it also provides real, testable predictions that can be compared with astronomical and physical data, not for hype or sensation, but to seek the harmony between ancient wisdom, strict logic, and modern experiment. May this listening bring you clarity and peace.
Okay, let's dive into something truly mind-bending today. What if the universe's deepest secrets on its shape, the speed of light, everything are encoded in just one single ancient number? Today we're doing a deep dive into a really fascinating, maybe radical, new cosmological model. It's called the Fractal Bindu S of reality, or FBS3R for short. You've shared some incredible material on this. Our mission to unpack this alternative view, look at its core ideas, and see what it means for your understanding of the cosmos. So maybe start us off. What's the big picture difference compared to the standard view?
Yeah, happy to. So before jumping into FBS3R, it helps to look at the standard model, which is called ΛCDM, ACDM. And it's been, well, incredibly successful. It describes a lot of what we see out there. But, and this is key, it's kind of phenomenological. It relies on fitting numbers to observations. Like, okay, 68% dark energy. Why 68%? It doesn't really derive why things are the way they are, like the universe's density or fundamental constants. And it mostly assumes space is infinite and flat.
Okay, so CDM describes what, but not necessarily why. How does FBS3R approach it differently right from the beginning?
Completely differently. Instead of infinite and flat, FBS3R proposes the universe has the shape, the topology of a three-sphere. And S, think of it like the 3D surface of a 4D ball. So it's finite. It wraps back on itself. No boundaries, no edge.
Finite, but no edge. Okay.
Exactly. And this seemingly simple idea, this S3 shape, it naturally solves some really deep problems, like the old gravitational potential paradox, where does gravity go in an infinite universe? It also makes Gauss's theorem for gravity work universally, which is neat. And importantly, it fits with observations like the universe's density being really close to critical, and the cosmic microwave background, the CMB being so smooth.
So the shape itself solves some puzzles. But where does the fractal Bindu part come in, and that ancient ratio you mentioned?
Right, the golden ratio. Phi, about 1.618. This is where it gets really interesting. The model says the universe isn't just an S, it's a fractal S. Its structure evolves in steps, characteristic sizes, linked by powers of phi. Get this. It connects the absolute smallest possible scale, the Planck length, that's 10 to the minus 35 meters, incredibly tiny, all the way up to the current size of the observable universe. And it does this over about 290 fractal steps, all governed by phi.
Wow. So like cosmic architecture based on the golden ratio scaling all the way up. That's elegant.
It has a certain mathematical beauty, doesn't it? And this structure leads to another huge claim,
which is
no dark energy needed.
Okay, hold on. That's like 68% of the standard model's universe. How does FBS3R explain cosmic expansion without it?
Well, because the universe is proposed as this finite, self-contained S system, it has a fixed total energy. The expansion we see, FBS3R argues, isn't driven by some mysterious anti-gravity force, but by the internal redistribution of this fixed energy within the evolving S structure. It suggests two main phases, an early fractal growth phase, and then after atoms formed, a kind of exponential expansion phase. But it's all internal dynamics, no extra stuff needed.
So the universe's energy is just sort of rearranging itself within this closed sphere.
In a nutshell, yes, it's a very different picture. And maybe the most audacious part is what it says about the speed of light, c.
Right, you mentioned that. It's not just a given constant in this model.
Exactly. Usually c is a fundamental postulate. You build physics on it. FPS3R actually derives the value of c about 299,792 kilometers per second directly from the SAO geometry, gravity, and again, the golden ratio. The formula pops right out. CIA times the square root of 2 geometer, where m and r are the universe's initial mass, energy, and radius. The numbers work out with amazing precision.
That's potentially revolutionary. It makes a consequence of the universe's structure, not just a rule we plug in.
Precisely. It suggests a deeper connection. And there are even hints, more speculative perhaps, that phi might also relate to other constants, like the fine structure constant, a possible grand unification through geometry.
Okay, so it's a compelling picture. S, fractals, phi, no dark energy, derives C. But can we test it? What are the predictions?
Yes, and this is crucial. It's not just philosophy, it makes distinct predictions. For example, specific, subtle patterns or anomalies in the large-scale temperature fluctuations of the CMB, the low multipoles, like the quadrupole, which already looks a bit odd in our data. It also predicts unique fractal signatures in gravitational waves, if we can detect them precisely enough, and maybe periodic patterns in how galaxies cluster on the largest scales. Oh, and it predicts that the effect we interpret as dark energy shouldn't be constant over cosmic history. Its effective value should change in a specific way.
So, real, observable things astronomers could actually look for.
That's the idea. These are challenging observations, but potentially doable with next-generation surveys and detectors.
And beyond cosmology, you mentioned implications for other areas. Quantum physics.
Right. If space-time itself has this fractal, self-similar structure down to the Planck scale, that could offer a whole new way to think about quantum gravity, merging general relativity and quantum mechanics. Things like quantum non-locality, entanglement, Einstein's spooky action at a distance. In a finite, unified set system, maybe that's just a natural consequence of everything being fundamentally connected. It even offers a different angle on the black hole information paradox. Maybe information isn't lost, but sort of shifts to deeper fractal levels within the S structure.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you listening right now? This Fractal Bindu model, FPS3R, it offers this really profound reimagining of everything. Not a universe of random parameters and mysterious forces, but maybe a self-similar geometric structure humming with the harmony, the golden ratio, where fundamental constants like the speed of light emerge naturally from that geometry. And maybe, just maybe, dark energy isn't needed at all. It really makes you wonder, could reality itself be a kind of cosmic fractal, singing with phi? Something to definitely keep exploring. The universe always seems to have more beauty and hidden order waiting to be found.
Today's episode is a story about the search for deep harmony in the universe. An attempt to unite rigorous physics, mathematics, and philosophy into a single understanding of how the universe is structured and why it is the way it is. The Fractal Bindu SQ model is not a collection of arbitrary ideas or an effort to complicate the current picture, but an honest challenge to the questions that standard approaches leave unanswered. Why is the critical density exactly what it is? Why is the speed of light exactly as it is? Why is everything connected and self-organized, as if reflecting the same principle from the micro to the cosmic scale? We have seen that if we accept the topology of a three-dimensional sphere, and if we allow the golden ratio to become the principle of self-organization and scaling, many of these mysteries become consequences of a single geometry, not strange exceptions or ad hoc corrections. That's why this project is not about sensations or replacing science with mysticism. Here, everything is based on testable predictions, rigorous analysis, and an open dialogue between ancient wisdom and modern discoveries. Thank you to everyone who stays with us, who listens, thinks, asks questions, and helps the project grow. May the merit accumulated from listening and reflection bring benefit to all living beings and help make the world a little more peaceful. Subscribe to walk this path together with us. I am Orpheus Praxis, wishing you all clarity. Namaste.